Well, unfortunately, all good trips must come to an end, and that's the case for me right now. I'm in beautiful Vanuatu. It's very tropical here at the moment, but we're heading back to Sydney, and it's time to pack up all of the fishing gear that we brought over. So what I thought we'd do is just give you a bit of a run through on a couple essential items that we picked up in BCF before we came that have proved really valuable when it comes to traveling with fishing gear. So first things first, our rods. I'm not sure, you know, if you go on big trips, 9 times out of 10 you want quality gear, and some of these rods are really expensive. So we want to go to the effort to make sure they're protected through customs and in transit and things like that. So we use kind of 3 different measures. The first one is these rod sleeves. So pretty simple, they just go thread down the rod, and each rod will get its own one. And that's really just stopping the banging when we put it inside the rod tube. Most of the time, if you're going to snap a rod, it's already got a pre-existing little crack in it or something like that if you're loading up on a big fish. So this just gives it that little bit of protection, particularly in transit when it's inside the tube. Speaking of the tube, we've got one of these here. So you can pick these up from BCF, different lengths, different sizes, depending on how many you've got. If you've got a couple, that's great, you only need a small one. You know, there's a few anglers here this trip, so we've got one of those big ones, and they can extend. But you just want to look at your airline specifications when it comes to how long they can be. So inside the sleeve, then inside the tube, and then when it's inside that tube, if you really want, you can get some of these wraps, and this will then tie them together again, so we can bunch them all together, so there's less rattle and less movement. So there's 3 things for our rods that have proved really handy. When it comes to our reels, couple things to note about fishing reels is you can't take them on carry-on on your airline, or for most airlines anyway. They don't like the line on the reels, so that means they've got to go in our checked-in baggage. So what we do there, number 1, we put a line wrap on it. This keeps all the line in place so it doesn't coil off. That's number 1. Number 2, they'll go in one of these reel cases or reel bags. So we'll just unthread the handle, put it inside that. That's foam, that's quite a protective layer, and then that will then go inside like a multi-purpose bag like this, or just inside our checked bag. So really important, when you get here, the last thing you want is your reel to be off or your reel to be all banged up. So that's what we do there. And then a couple of other things walking the shelves, which was really handy, was a few of these multi-purpose bags. So this one here, it's double-sided. So I had some camera gear inside there, so I had my sunscreen, I had an extra hat and things like that. I could just carry that out on the boat, and this stayed with me. And this was awesome, not only to pack in my checked baggage, but also just to have out on the boat with me. I can use it for whatever. And same with this one here. This is a multi-purpose reel bag, but I actually used it for my drone and my GoPros and things like that to capture those moments when I was out fishing. So BCF have a range of cool different options. They've even got a lure wrap here. So if you're into stick baiting and things like that, you chuck all your lures in here, and it keeps them nice and protected and organized. So if you're heading away, couple things, head into BCF and ask the guys and girls there about what are some good bags and tubes to have. But number 2, you've got to check your local regulations wherever you're going, your biosecurity regulations as to what you can and can't do. But I hope you get a trip in soon. Until next time, I'm going to pack all this up and get back to Australia.